Welcome to the Futurist Public Intellectual. The Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, just released its statistics for 2023, and the numbers are terrifying. TSA found 6,737 firearms in carry-on bags, and 93% were loaded. This amounts to an average of 18 guns per day being brought into American airports. On one hand, despite the thousands of guns being brought to the airport every year, there hasn't been a shooting on a plane or at the gates. On the other hand, if you're the kind of absent-minded person who would bring a loaded gun in your carry-on bag, are you the kind of person who should be trusted with a gun in the first place? Considering the statistics were very similar in 2022, this seems to be an ongoing issue. There are numerous anecdotal accounts of TSA missing various weapons and other prohibited items at airport security checkpoints. If TSA cannot be trusted to keep guns out of our airports and off our planes, then we need to consider being stricter about the consequences of bringing firearms to the airport in the first place. Currently, if TSA discovers a firearm at a security checkpoint, the owner faces civil penalties of up to $15,000. Their TSA pre-check status will be revoked for at least 5 years and may be subject to additional screenings in the future. An additional consequence to consider is the suspension of flying privileges for 5 years, starting from the second offense. The first violation can be forgiven as an innocent oversight. After that, there's no reason why the person shouldn't be absolutely clear about packing carefully as a firearm owner. The reason I think it's important to consider such severe consequences for people's lackadaisical attitude towards guns is because, one, TSA doesn't have a good track record with catching all the illegal items passing through its scanners, and two, the public should be expected to be more responsible anyway. If people want to be treated as responsible adults who can exercise the privilege of flying, then there's no reason why the federal government can't be stricter with firearms. After all, people get their driver's licenses suspended all the time. People's flying privileges can be suspended too. Thank you for listening to the Futurist Public Intellectual.